This is Kalen Patterson with Midwest Muscle. Still Mother's Day, still happy, still going at it. We had some good work with Faydra. She's just been awesome today. She's always just an awesome person with full of energy. Now, Faye, you've got things going on. You know, you got Mother's Day to celebrate, and you came down here, and I appreciate you doing the work. What do you have to tell the person that's saying, the time? Because it seems like everybody, even at the different shows, even in the venues when they're seeing people at their best, they're still saying, "I can't do that." What do you tell that person?
Yeah, you can do it. It's really about the planning, and just like you have your calendar and you plan a meeting, or you plan a luncheon or a dinner. Stick it in. I mean, I think that's what helps me is that when I look at my weekly calendar, the beginning of the week when I'm planning my clients, I have a specific color for fitness, and I put it in there. And whether I have to move it or something when that day comes, it's on the calendar, it's given a time, and even if it's 30 minutes, boom, it's in there. So I think it's really important to just plan it. Just like when you get into the gym, don't just go in there and look around and be like, what am I going to do? Go in with a written schedule. Mm-hmm. Someone asked me that last night, like, what's the best 3 exercises for glutes or for whatever? It's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Have 3 exercises, write them down, and just get in there and do them. Because I can give you 15 great exercises, mm-hmm. but just giving them to you isn't going to help.
Exactly.
You got to put them down and do them, mm-hmm. and spend some time. So writing down and planning, I think, is really the most important thing.
Now, as a competitor, and when you realize the lives you're changing just by being in good shape and living that life, as a natural, it has to be an awesome feeling when people that you knew back in the day are coming back into your life and they're saying, hey, can you help me get better?
It is, it kind of just validates a little bit what I'm doing, and not just what I'm doing, but my purpose for doing it. And I do these shows because they're fun. It gives me a goal. Mm-hmm. I'm just like a lot of other people. I like to go out. I like to have a good time. I love food. And when I'm off my off season, really the only reason I work out is so that I can eat. I love to cook. I mean, ask people when it's game day. I cook it up. Yeah. And if you see my pictures on Twitter and Instagram, yeah, it's not like, kale and quinoa either. Mm-hmm. It's food.
You can enjoy life.
Yeah. So when I have people coming back and asking me for advice and for help, it means a lot, because it's hard to ask someone or to find someone that you trust, because mm-hmm. a lot of people can just go online and find things. It's very easy.
And there's a lot of false information.
Yeah, there is. So to have that trust, whether it comes from my family and my friends or people I haven't even talked to in 10, 15 years, it's pretty cool. And I feel I'm humbled by it, and I appreciate that trust.
Now, I got a question, because, women are just basically defining fitness and health, and I'm really appreciative of the work you do, and I get to see it firsthand. When you have guys come up and ask about, helping you out, or do you even have that?
Have guys come up asking me for help?
Yes.
I do. And it's pretty cool, because a lot of it's I think hard for men. It's hard for anyone to ask another person sometimes for help, because yes. We don't want to bother that person, or yeah. B, we're just like, oh, well, we know everything, and I'm one of those people that was like, well, I don't want to ask. But as soon as we open ourselves, as soon as we're learnable, mm-hmm. it's going to make so much difference in who we are and what we do, and it's going to make our gains better. When I started getting my plans from my husband, my schedule, my diet, my workouts, he gave them to me first, and I looked at them. I'm like, oh, I can do that. And then I put them in the drawer and didn't look at them again.
Okay.
And then I'm like, after the one show, and I was like, okay, I took it back out, did it, boom, all of a sudden results. And I'm like, I need to be learnable. Mm-hmm. And it's once you look at that and you take the advice from people, and I do that every day. I spend my life trying to give people advice. Here it is on a silver platter. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is follow what I say, and they don't, and they wonder why things aren't happening.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's very important to just allow yourself to do that. And I think it's great that people can ask me, and I'm glad that I'm approachable, and I'm glad that people feel like they can come to me. And if I don't know the answer, then I can steer them in a way that
you know somebody that does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome, especially being a fitness family where you can, okay, if I don't have an answer, I know someone that does.
Exactly, and that's come with years of networking and years of like finding people. And I've met people that claim to know a lot of this, but then I meet someone else that might know it a little bit differently, or that I think is a better way of knowing it. But it's still nice to have those people in your pocket, because you never know when you're going to need them or they're going to need you.
Exactly.
And it's coming around a lot now that like people I met 5-10 years ago are starting to be like, oh, I know a person that does this and that. Networking is key. It's great to have that.
And since this is Mother's Day, we can actually say sowing the seeds of love always reaps good returns. And, you know, whether you accept it or not, you're a mother of health and fitness, and you're helping so many people. And to all mothers, thank you. All mothers, thank you. I mean that from the top, bottom, middle, whatever. Thank you so much for being mothers to create people that can be like us. Because we're not a product of us. We're a product of what mothers have taught us.
Absolutely. So happy Mother's Day to my moms and all the women in my life that, you know, have influenced me, because I've got plenty. And to, you know, my grandmother and my aunt, who are not necessarily here on this earth right now, but were huge influences and like into my life and my mom's life. So just happy Mother's Day, and thank you very much for helping me be this woman that I am today. So
amen to that. So Faydra, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Kayla.
Jen, thanks so much for being the camera woman. You're awesome. I'm watching changes in this woman, and you know, just people that we've been bringing down have been helping her. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. Faydra Shantel, Kaylin Patterson, Jen, thank you much for being the camera woman. Midwest Muscle, we are out.